how do you actually run lead magnets so you get new clients in the end? This is something that a lot of agency owners are struggling with, and I see a lot of the gurus out there trying to show you how to run lead magnets, but none of them are showing you how to really ascend them into new clients and what metrics to even look at. And if you're not sure who I am, my name is Daniel Chabert, and I run Purple Fire, a $500,000 a month agency. And when I'm not running that, I have my little side hustle here where I mentor and coach people on how to run an agency. So if you're more interested and you want to work with me on a mentorship program, just click the link below and then you can get in touch with me and see if it makes sense. But anyway, let's dive into it. So basically what I have here is what I have used in the past as well in Purple Fire in terms of lead magnets. And you can see a lot of different creatives here. Let me just minimize myself a little bit. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean when I say how you should look at lead magnets to actually get clients. Because most people focus up here on what I call the trade, which is where you give value for an exchange of time, attention, and private information. But this is just a front end, and I won't tell you much, honestly. It will show how desirable a lead magnet is on the front end and how good your creative is. But if you're in this for the money, which I think you are, then you want to look at the back end metrics way more in order to see what actually gets them into a booked call with you, what actually gets them, to sign a contract so they can work with you on an ongoing basis. But let's start from the top, by the way. The trade is where you ask for information that will eventually give them the lead resource in exchange. That can be just name and email, which I don't recommend, because when you just ask for name and email, you literally don't have anything to really contact them with besides email, and no one really replies to email. And so you need the phone number, and you need to know a little bit more information so you can see how you can be qualified when you then talk to them. Is it a large business? You might want to go about how you talk to them in a different way. And if you have the URL, you can come prepared. You can prepare an audit. You can even show them ways you have tackled problems for similar businesses and so on. So you need this information and not just name and email. So this is really, really important. But you'll have your different lead magnets, and they can take many shapes and forms. Here, just 10 different examples or so. Where it goes off track, and I go way more in depth, by the way, inside of my mentorship program, where we go about how to set things up. But where it really goes off track is, beyond the lead magnet. So they sign up to some random lead magnet, and then they join an email list, but you're not tagging them correctly. What you really want to do is make sure you have a system so there's many different ways they can become a client in the end. They can obviously stay on your list, and it's completely passive. This is the passive lane. You send them newsletters, there are CTAs to book a call, they remain on the list, you send more value, and maybe down the line there's a unique mechanism like a community, a webinar, a digital product, whatever, where they can convert. But that's the passive route, and there's a high chance that if you just rely on the passive route, you're going to have about 10 to 20% of the potential of a lead convert into a call, and then obviously you're not going to have a lot of new clients from that. But if you choose the, let's say, the active routes, and there are two different ones, first of all, they might take the first step to book a call, and then your closer or setter or you take the next action, or they might be on the list for a while, and then your setter reaches out to them, or yourself, if you're a smaller business, you reach out to them and say, hey, I saw you downloaded this lead magnet, engaged with our content, I just want to see how I can help you. And then you identify if they're qualified or not. But in the end, and why I'm talking about all this stuff, is what do you care about the most? Would you care more about the cost for a lead, or how much it costs to acquire a client based on your different lead magnets? Obviously, it's the latter. If a lead magnet costs you $10 to get a lead, but you get a new client every time you get a lead, it would be a no-brainer, right? So you cannot use the front metrics a lot. What you really want to do is, once you're at the very, very bottom, you want to ask questions like, what ad delivered the client? What lead magnet delivered the client? What funnel structure delivered the most clients? What's the average retainer size per lead magnet, right? What's the unique mechanism that converts more clients? Is it, the community? Is it a webinar? What is it? And what's the lifetime value for all clients? So these are questions that no one asks, and that's why you don't understand if it makes sense to continue with the lead magnets. Because consider this: you're running $1,000 towards all your lead magnets. In the end, you get 400 leads. How do you know which ones of them converted into a call? How do you know which ones of them converted into clients? And if you could turn off all the lead magnets that are never getting you new clients, it would make your lead magnets way more effective, and you would know how to run your ads and how to scale your business. So to do that, we need to infuse those lead magnets with data, and that is done partly by adding in UTM parameters, obviously in your ads, having really good naming convention in your ads, and also hooking up your email list to your CRM system, which can be like Go High Level, HubSpot, Close.io, and there's tons of different ones. Go High Level is great in HubSpot because they integrate with email, and this is very email specific as well, so that's why I recommend those two. And look at this. This is just from Purple Fire. We have one client that came in, and look at all the data we're collecting. We have the UTM parameters, so we can see exactly what ad we ran it to. We can see what source they came from. We can see a little bit about their business, like their revenue, what services they're even interested in. We have their phone number so we can contact them. We have the URL, and so forth and so forth. So this equips my sales team and my setter team to make really good decisions on what to do with that information. And besides that, you also want to lock in what form they sign up through, because the forms dictates what lead magnets they consumed, because every lead magnet is attached to a form. And if I can say, okay, I have a free landing page template form, then I can say, okay, this is the lead magnet they consumed. And when I click on the lead on HubSpot, I can see their whole history, what lead magnets they consumed, what information they have given me so far. And this allows my team to go down and actually answer those questions. And that's the thing, you should have someone deliver this information, or you should do it yourself, so you can make an informed decision in the end on what actually produced results. And then imagine that I can turn off 8 of the lead magnets, keep the 2, maybe test 8 new ones next month. But I know these ones, they actually convert into clients and book calls. I have the information on the cost per book call for all the different lead magnets, and I have the cost per new client on all the different lead magnets. And then I can easily make a decision on what to turn off and what to keep in there as well. So that's sort of my little spiel on lead magnets and how to actually get it to convert. All this stuff you can screenshot, whatever you want to do, but that's the setup we have. And you can see there's many different ways they can become clients over here, down here as well. And this is the system that allows us to really maximize the impact from lead magnets, right? And also our community and all these other things. So if this sounds interesting, but you're like, damn, that's a bit much, I want someone that can help me and oversee, you can click the link below and you can book a call with me, and we can see if it makes sense for me to take you in as one of my students in my mentorship program, where you get full access to all the videos in the course. But also, obviously, you get access to not just the course on school. You get private one-to-one call with me. I will follow you. You'll have a private channel on Slack with me as well, where you can always ask if you have any questions. The big thing we want to do is we want to basically get the 3 lowest hanging fruit for your business to literally double it, and then focus on creating a battle plan that gets you those results. This is absolutely key. Because we don't have time to just, talk for months and nothing really happens. So it needs to be spot on. And then obviously the big thing is, you also get Slack access, where you have your private channel with me, but you also have community access. You have my media buyers, you have my setters, you have my team to help you. And this is all team members that work at Purple Fire, scaled us past 500K. And this is what I'm literally giving back right now. Is at 1,000, but when you watch this video, it might have gone up to 3,000 because we're only doing that 1,000 for the first few people that join. So anyway, that's my offer if you want to work with me. Otherwise, free content, you can implement this on your own. But yeah, talk soon. Bye.